They're, of course, not tackling gambling addiction, but like I've always said, at least they're pushing it towards avenues that have legitimate regulation. I'm saying it. New mogul mail all on this. Show me. See what he wrote. Let's see what this person, Ludwig, L. Wig, Twitch is collapsing.
Dude, the past 2 weeks on Twitch have been crazy. The things that have come out, the drama, the scandals, the new information.
Bro, my editors need to work this fast, okay? Straight up. Look at his hair, dude. God damn, it looks good. My mods need to work this fast. I mean, not mods, sorry. My editors need to work this fast.
Is insane. It's probably the most drama-filled month in the history of Twitch.
It's a one take? Yeah, I know. You know, he unironically once, we were having this conversation. I was like, I'm thinking about doing like more, you know, I'm thinking about doing like unedited or rather unaltered, like one-shot takes, kind of similar to Mogul Mail. He's like, you think you have what it takes? Like he literally was like, you think you could do a one-shot Mogul Mail style piece of content without chat? He literally said he doesn't think I could do it. If I can sometimes do it with chat up my asshole, of course I can do it without chat.
Twitch. It's imploding in front of our eyes. And welcome back to Mogul Mail. We got to cover everything today. But let's go back to the start. All right? If you missed anything, I will cover it all. It all started about 22 days ago when Cutie announced Shit Camp. That is her big event. It involves a bunch of creators all coming together to foster friendships and then also create content that is bigger than the sum of its parts. However, there was some initial feedback that was kind of negative about the event, especially on the live stream fail subreddit that said this event is an easy skip because Soda Poppin' is not going to be there. And that wouldn't really matter normally.
Those were the thing that I was doing at the Young Turks wasn't a one-take Tony. It was pre-scripted. I would write out exactly what I was going to say, and I would like pre-produce it basically.
However, one of the big people that were meant to go, XQC, biggest streamer on the platform, decided to not go the day of. How did he let the people know who were running the event that he was not going? He typed it in his offline chat, which he now admits was wrong to do, but here it is. This is it. He said, I'm not going. Soda's not going. I don't feel like it. I need Soda to run good stuff for me to feel comfortable, all that, yada, 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 which kind of left the event with somewhat of a bad taste in the people who were there and also maybe some of the viewers. It helped perpetuate the narrative that they were already sharing. Now, X has apologized for this. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We're just talking about what happened. All right. At the event goes great. E-Rob gets banned. Feels bad, man. After the event, Soda Poppin' does a podcast with his brother D-Kane, and in it says this. Let's listen in.
And also, Wrath is coming out. So
I get how he's doing it. He basically knows exactly what he's going to say in his head, lines up the tabs in order to say it, like in order to build a cohesive narrative together. This is like meta-analysis and has nothing to do with the actual content that he's like providing right here. I'm just thinking about how he would do it, and I will also I would be able to do it as well.
I told him way before, hey, I'm not going. I'm sorry. Like I want to say like months before.
Okay. All right. So let's just repeat what he said there. Wrath is coming out, World of War thing. Great. World of Warcraft. Sorry, I'm a little bit boomery here. And he's not going. And he says, I told them I'm not going to go. Well, here's the thing. That clip of Soda Poppin' was shown to XQC, and then XQC watched it, felt like his back was against the wall, and gave his real reason for not going right here.
Like, I had to make a choice. I was cornered into choosing between family and Sammy. And unfortunately, what happened is that I kind of just chose family.
This is heavy stuff, all right? If you don't understand, XQC is talking about the real reason for him not going being he had some personal issues with his relationship and his family. Sammy was his ex-girlfriend, and he had to choose in some situation that they were in between his family and between his girlfriend. That was a situation that he was in, and that was the reason he did not go. Not the Soda Poppin' is not there. But because that clip that said, I told them I was not going was shown to XQC and he interpreted it as I told him I'm not going, he shared this information, which led to a crazy saga where they had a very, very, very public breakup because Sammy saw that, aka Adept, then talked about what she felt about the situation. Then XQC reacted to what she was talking about in her reaction to him. And then they ended up talking together online, which led to this moment, which is crazy that this was broadcast.
You know how I am. Okay, I don't cut it halfway. I have to go all the way. I don't have any things above my head all fucking day.
I can't do this with you anymore. You are not a victim here. You have never been a victim here. I'm done speaking with you. You are not a victim. Stop victimizing yourself.
This is the Kendrick Lamar "We Cry Together" moment of Twitch. It's the biggest streamer in the world. They had 120,000 viewers. Crazy. And this is where the story would normally end. However, in the midst of all of this is when Slicker came out as a scammer. That's when this whole thing, he was sending the videos to people. I made a mogul mail about this a couple days ago that goes a little more in depth about it. But basically, this streamer Slicker was revealed to be scamming almost like 100 people out of over $300,000. Crazy stuff there. Here's the total tally.
There are over 55 people on this
more
list
accurate
owed money right now, and the total scammed is over $384,000.
Way more than I thought.
And what did I learn from these 55 people? Well,
CoffeeZilla goes more in depth about that. And quick little bow tie on that one, by the way. Me and XQC are teaming up to pay people back. Why XQC? I think in part he feels guilty because he's earned a lot of money gambling. Maybe it's a good PR thing. Maybe he's just rich and doesn't care. Why am I doing it? Because you will probably see a stupid mobile game sponsor on Mogul Mail in the next month or so. And that's all I have to do is do one little sellout that hopefully you guys are okay with, and I can make dozens of people's lives a lot better, which to me feels like a worthwhile trade-off. All right, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind shilling out for some terrible mobile game, unless they're listening to this, in which case your mobile game is great, in exchange for doing a positive good. And so that's that there. Very good. Very awesome. Slicker, by the way, has got his sub badge removed. He is no longer a partner on Twitch. He's not even an affiliate anymore. He's not banned yet. I think he should definitely be banned. But at the moment, not banned, but cannot make money on the website. And that's where you would think the story would end. That's where you would think the story would end. And in conjunction with the Slicker story, there was a big movement. People were using that as a big movement to remove gambling on Twitch, which I think is an okay thing to do, by the way. The first thing...
Yo, bro, you got 200, no pressure? Wait, what? What happened? What do you mean I got 200? Stop throwing up papelas, man. We know what happened in the story.
Thing you should do in any situation is make sure the victims are okay, which is what I did. I offered to pay for the victims, and that's the step I'm doing to make sure the victims are okay. The second thing is, and I think it is okay to use momentum talking about how gambling is bad to make a positive change for the future, aka remove gambling on Twitch. Now, the gambling Slicker was doing wasn't even slots, right? To be clear, he was gambling on like tennis matches and golf matches. However, gambling is still the topic, and if you can use something to make positive change, I think that's fine. And that's what someone like Mizkif did. Like if Twitch should ban gambling. Even Pokimane did the same thing. Got a bunch of likes for it. I would say a little maybe less genuine when it came from Mizkif, because I don't think he was as concerned with the victims as maybe riding the momentum to say screw gambling. Because, you know, he's done gambling sponsorships in the past. And from that came a...
Damn, that's like, he's fucking, you should make Lud pay the 500. Yeah, I don't want it from XC, but I fucking definitely want it from Ludwig. I take it. I'll take it.
Really weird thread, because Mizkif was really riding this, we gotta ban gambling thing. Even Asmon Gold said, how is Slicker not banned? All right, we should definitely ban him for scamming people. And then Train said, you know, this whole thing about how it was actually horse racing and tennis bets, and it wasn't actually slots gambling. You shouldn't try to target people like me. Mizkif replied to that saying, if you're going to deplatform people for scamming others, shouldn't we have banned you for Jolt Coin a few years back? I don't really know the reference. I guess Train at some point took a crypto called Jolt Coin to make money. And then Train replied with an absolute bomb. All right, they were trading jabs, and he went for the Hail Mary uppercut. Said, "Are you going to send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail me like you did those girls to cover up all those sexual assaults, you fucking scumbag piece of shit. You want to come at me and make shit up, then you better be sure you don't live in a glass house, you insecure pussy.
I'm not. Look at my face. Look at my motherfucking face, dude. Did I stutter? Did I make a face?
Pussy. Wow. All right. What are they referring to here? Let me break it down for you.
Look.
There's a good friend of Mizkif, a guy that Mizkif lives with, called Crazy Slick. He's a streamer in his own right. And Crazy Slick had was accused of sexual assault by a streamer named Adriana Lee about a year ago. And it kind of died out very quickly. The general story went that they were at a party together. She was feeling very sick, very drunk, went to a bed to be by herself. Crazy Slick went in, and then when she was like passed out, not really fully there with, you know, full consciousness, touched her inappropriately. Right? That's what Adriana said. And then Slick was like, no, I was just checking her pulse, which is weird to do. You don't, what are you? Like Dr. House? That you don't have to do that. That's a weird thing to do. Shouldn't touch someone who doesn't want to be touched, and especially who can't consent to being touched, right? Straightforward. But the original twit longer about that, which came out, I guess, over a year ago now from Adriana, got shoved down, you know, and kind of got stopped talking about very quickly. Why? Well, I guess we found out from this train tweet, and this was uncovered by Adriana herself on her stream and many other people's streams. Well, Mizkif sent Maya and Mitch Jones to cover it up. AKA, I guess they went to Adriana and asked her to speak more nicely about Crazy Slick than she might have wanted to. Speak less honestly about the incident so that it wouldn't hurt Crazy Slick as much. And that was a way of kind of shoving it down, which is a terrible thing to do, because after that, Crazy Slick did not stop doing bad things. I mean, look at these DMs that he shared with another streamer, Fan. I'm
about doing Hasan Erasure again. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, this is important news, and I think he's covering it decently.
Showing
well.
you my dick. I don't care. I'm horny. Are you going to consent before I get canceled? Nope, no consent. Dicks are ugly. Suck my dick, pussy. If we ever meet, you're done. On sight, you're getting bent over immediately. Your hair's getting pulled so hard, you're chokeslammed while I thrust you from behind. Thrust is a funny word. I'm sorry. That's what I'm laughing at. GG. Look at you. You should write a fanfic with this literotica shit. Why the fuck would that mean I'd send you nudes? Most girls do. Actually, yeah. Sorry, I misread. I thought you were kind of a slut.
Dude.
Terrible messages, right? Like totally inappropriate messages. I think there's been even more messages that have come out that he's sent like dick pics without consent, just unasked for, unwanted, and clearly is somebody who is not a great person in the space. It does not make
this is like, yeah, it's a bit underwhelming, I would say, to say just that, but you know. Yeah, I would say that, yeah, most spaces.
A lot of the women who are around, at least the Austin area, feel safe. You know, you did the exact opposite. And the focus of this normally would be on Crazy Slick, who clearly is someone who should not be in this sphere, right? And quick little side thing over here. Crazy Slick, also irrelevant to this, someone who deals with depression, was suicidal, was missing all yesterday, which was another concern, was found. If anybody heard about that, that's all clear. He is found. I think he is going to be safe now. I sent him this message as well because I don't want people to die, but I don't think he should be in this space. I think it's so simple. The same problem happens in the Smash community. You make people feel unsafe in a community, you just leave the community. The world is very, very big. Twitch live streaming sphere, very, very small. All right, very irrelevant to the whole world order. And you, all right, are lucky enough that you're not going to jail. What you should do now is apologize to those you hurt. That's exactly what I sent him. Leave the small part of the internet where the hurt was caused so that they can feel safe here. You don't have to feel safe here because you shouldn't feel safe here because you make people feel unsafe here. And then take this as an opportunity to be a new person, a better person. All right, not the person that you were. A second lease on life in a way. All right, and be a positive member to society. That's what I sent to him, and he should no longer be in the streaming sphere, plain and simple. The attention of this was barely on Crazy Slick. barely on Adriana's story. All right? Why? Because it was really on Mizkif. There was a huge Reddit thread about this and a bunch of tweets about this clip that surfaced from Miz.
I don't think there's a single person that we used to hang out with that doesn't hang out with Slick anymore because of what happened. I actually think there's literally none. Because the reality is, worst comes to worst of it, it's fucking, like, sexual harassment, right? I mean, like, no one, of what you can deem of it, it's sexual harassment, whatever. At a low scale, it's not really a big deal. I don't think people really gave a shit.
This is Miz speaking way too candidly and way too stupidly about sexual assault, saying it's low scale, like there's a tier list that we have to drop every year on what sexual assault we need to rank S tier, what sexual assault we need to rank F tier. And really, I mean, showed that, you know, he was not only protecting someone who sexually assaulted someone, but also very callous about the entire situation. And then a little insult to injury, a little dirt in the wound. Right around the same time this is all unfolding, Ice Poseidon, who, by the way, renowned piece of shit and should not be revered in any way for exposing someone because he has never been a great member of any community, released a bunch of DMs between him and Mizkif.
That was
where he's just saying
that was crazy. I mean, he just kind of popped off out of nowhere and was like, "Yo, this is, you know."
Every slur under the sun. I mean, he goes through them all, and this is all ranging in 2019 and 2018, so past 3 or 4 years after he was already a sizable streamer. Like, terrible stuff. And to be clear, Mizkif has talked about on stream before that he used to say slurs. He admitted to it. He said, I used to say slurs. I was very edgy, and I've changed. Whether he changed because he had to, because it's the times, and that's the only way to become a successful creator, or because he wanted to morally. Either way, good to change. But it is much different to say you used to say slurs and then look at the way that you said slurs, right? That's a lot realer. It's a lot harder to stare at. And it's a lot harder to accept. And especially because the people that he told were his viewers, this is much different. The people who are seeing all these DMs now are no longer his viewers. I don't even really think I can show these, but it is N-word, it is F-slur, and it is derogatory term for
he said it like half a year ago with a lie detector that he did say it a bunch. Yeah, I mean, he's talked about it before. The slur stuff he has, and you know, I know that people are looking for my reaction to this circumstance. I will repeat it. Slurs are not good. And I know people are gonna maybe even be like, "What about the G word?" As far as like the tier list of slurs goes, while that is akin to redneck and whatnot. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but we don't really allow that in here either. And part of that is unironically kind of, and not dissimilar to XQC's take on Cracker, the private take that he delivered to me. I forgot to even mention that, which is that he said that he polices his community not to say words like that, specifically because if it's allowed, that opens up the floodgates to people just fucking blasting nonstop. Okay? People blasting it nonstop. Mentioning a tier list thing right now was a little ironic, but obviously we get it. Just weird. Wait, what? No, like, I don't mean tier list, man. There's a tier. Did I say tier list? I meant like tiers of slurs. Because Lud just talked about Miz talking about tier list. Did I say tier list? Sorry, I meant tiers. What's your favorite slur? I mean, I got banned for saying it. So I think I can't say it in terms of it being a slur. So I'm not going to say it. Also, everything I say, do not hold me accountable for it because it's the top of the motherfucking hour. Okay. And you already know there's a 6-second ad break coming your way. But also the other reason is because my brain is mush right now. Okay. It's straight up floppy. Okay, it's just puree. I think I'm a little tired with everything that has happened over the past 2 days. So, you know, it just kind of wild. Anyway, Tomorrow the drama will be on how you made Miskiff say those slurs. Please stop. Oh my Lord. I can't fucking... Dude, sometimes I think like it's... Like, sometimes I think, like, memes are fine, right? But then moments like what happened over the course of the past, like, 2 days kind of make me realize, like, you know, we are kind of wishing this shit onto the planet. You know what I mean? Like, people are kind of unhinged. I mean, if anything, the past 48 hours actually showed where it, like, literally got to the point where people are just like, bro, you're bad. Like, we're just going to fucking tie you to whatever. We got to stop the blame Hasan thing, I think, even as a meme. You know what I mean? I just take photos. Emerald, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you for the 7 gifted subs. Here's the 1 minute ad break now.
Other minority groups, it's everything. It's the whole Mary Poppins bag, and he reached in deep for it. Which look, it is funny because 2 days ago he dropped this. Which is a quick says you, and that's kind of where it was ending, right? And there was different.
No joke. I made a tweet memeing about you today and got about 100 Hasan comments unironically. Wait, really? Tamana, thank you for the 10 gifted subs as well. Lol, what's this Hasan blame thing? Some viewers in the W community chats are calling you racist now. Wait, really? Like anti-white racism? Is that what they're talking about?
Spats that were going on between streamers during all of this, relating to all of this, until today, where Twitch dropped an absolute bomb. All right, maybe the greatest PR move they have made in the past 2 years. Maybe the greatest.
This was a tweet that half the shit is serious. Replies is nuts. Gambling is bad. We shouldn't do something. We should do something about it. But have you considered Hasan Socials, by the way, owns a $3 million home and car? Really makes you think. I mean, I don't see it. Almost got downvoted. I heard you yesterday and have only made mostly positives today. To be honest, you should ride the blame of something until no one takes it seriously anymore. No, man, it fucking takes a toll on my mental health.
Policy move they've made in the past 5 years. Twitch has now banned gambling. All right. In response to the Slicker drama and the huge outcry that happened on Twitter and Reddit and everywhere else, Twitch let out this statement which said gambling content on Twitch has been a big topic of discussion in the community. We've reviewed our policy. Today we want to update you on our plans. We're going to be making a policy update on October 18th to prohibit streaming of gambling sites that include slots, roulette, or dice games that aren't licensed either in the U.S. or other jurisdictions that provide sufficient consumer protection. The sites like Stake, Rollbit, Duelbits, Roobet are all going to be banned. And this
is the tip of the iceberg. These are the worst offenders. So Twitch taking action in this regard at least like dampens it a little bit, dampens the most immediate and most awful consequences. They're of course not tackling gambling addiction, but like I've always said, at least they're pushing it towards avenues that have legitimate regulation. Okay, you guys, this is why I was saying what I was saying from the fucking jump. That like they're never going to ban all gambling. It makes too much money. It's not going to happen. It's too much of a legitimate industry now. So the best you can do is at the very least expect it to be pushed towards like well-regulated avenues that still lead to, as industries of despair do, lead to, millions of people getting addicted to gambling, losing a fuckload of money, and it's still the same problem of like gambling being the most suicidal disorder, addictive disorder. It's still very real, but Hasan is only 5'5". I love that. I don't think this guy understands that only disrespects every other fucking male streamer he loves, and even female streamers too. Like I have no problem being called 5'5", brother. That just straight up makes everyone else look ridiculous. Anyway, let's continue.
Main sites that were used. These are the sites that Trainwrecks uses, Trainwrecks TV uses, the site that XQC uses, the site that Drake used when he streamed on Twitch for a couple of hours. And it's a big change. It's a huge change. And I gotta admit it, a huge win for Twitch at the tail end of a crazy tumultuous 2 weeks. And what was the CEO?
CSGO cases, Overwatch cases, most games. No, they're not doing that. That's what I'm saying. They would never do that. I mean, I would like it if they did. Don't misunderstand me. Hasan is 5'5". Hasan's only 5'5". I'm a girl. Hasan, I'm a girl, lol. Hasan, you said guy. I'm a girl, though, lol. Man, how am I supposed to know that? Anyway, so yeah, this is definitely not going to, it'd be great if they did that, but I don't think they would.
Tweeting while Twitch was going for their slam dunk. So weird that Twitter doesn't save your drafts and there's no drafts at all on the website that I can find. Does anyone know why? Why don't you talk about things that matter, Emmett? I don't understand. Anyway, that's it.
Damn, this motherfucker can talk shit all the way. Yeah, say that about Susan, bitch. You can't. Exactly. Shut the fuck up. How about that?
That is about everything that happened. What should come from this? Well, people should stop gambling, which means we should have that become a much smaller category on Twitch. In the past, it's been a top 5 category, top 10 category occasionally. It should quickly drop. That's a great thing. We should have Crazy Slick leave the streaming community. He should do that. You can do anything. It's all right. If you move to Wyoming and work at a Best Buy, you can be a totally new person. All right, go join the JET program and become a better person. But don't be in the streaming sphere because it made people feel unsafe, and the people who felt unsafe should feel safe. Like Adriana should feel safe now, right? That's what should happen. And Mizkif has a lot to own up for. Now, here's the thing. Miz is Miz in the sense that he will never be canceled unless he's deplatformed, because you are never truly canceled as long as you keep creating content. And why would he ever stop creating content? Because Miz truly lives for streaming. So I don't expect for him to disappear. I assume
he does care about, like, I think people will bully him relentlessly. I mean, look, it just entirely depends on what actions they take now, what actions he takes, what his side of it is, but it's not looking too good no matter what happens. The first step was OTK putting him on leave and having a third-party litigator on the matter. New Miz tweet.
He will just let it die down a bit, come back in 2 weeks, and there will still be a group of people who follow him. And he has to deal with this, which will last for the rest of his life. A lot of people, maybe even more people that follow him and more people that watch him, will always think of him as...
Oh, he clarified the sexual harassment thing. I want to make it clear the harassment is about the Discord logs and the comments Slick made towards every girl who came forward. Slick sexually assaulted Adriana, and there's no excuse for it. Her story deserves to be told, and I'm glad she was able to share it fully. Can you explain what a third-party litigator entails? Man, how am I supposed to know that, motherfucker? What am I? I'm not a part of the OTK. Dude, why would I know that? He said, what's this litigator going to do? Can you explain? What? I don't know. You're not omniscient. Better thought you were legal eagle. Yeah, I have no idea how this stuff... I don't know how any of this shit works at all.
As someone who either protected a sexual assaulter or is someone who is racist or homophobic. Or maybe, they'll think of him as is. And that's the reality that he'll have to live with, which I think is deserved for what he did. He even dropped a statement himself, which I'll take a look at here. It said, we found Crazy Slick. He's not harmed, which is what I talked about earlier. In terms of living situation, Crazy Slick has to leave, which is good. A little after Slick's misconduct came to light, I made some inexcusable statements, which is the one we showed today. To Adriana, I'm sorry for those statements, which is a due apology, but should go to Adriana directly. Additionally, a series of private messages, the ones from Ice Poseidon, have been shown. I was dumb, edgy guy who said a lot of stupid things to my friends to come off as cool, funny. I can't change what I've said, but I can change who I am now. I'm sorry to everyone how it's affected. I want to apologize to OTK, and he apologized. So I think we'll see him lay low, come back in 2 weeks, and then try to stream as if nothing happened, because that's usually how it goes. Canceling doesn't exist unless you get deplatformed, and the only person who should be getting deplatformed 100% is Slicker for scamming people out of $384,000. Twitch, that's the last thing you got to do, and then you're all set. Anyway, that's all. That's all. Probably the longest mogul mail yet. Did it in one take. Feeling great about it. By the way, in good news, what happened on YouTube's side while Twitch was imploding, They have now monetized YouTube Shorts, which is pretty cool. They also made it easier to join the partnership program.
Motherfucker can't let it go, bro. Oh, we get it, dude. Oh, YouTube this, YouTube that. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look how cool YouTube is, bro. Why don't you fucking marry YouTube? Huh? How about that? There's like a minor platform-wide dub in a sea of fucking the horrifying shit that's happening. And he's got a still. He can't even do it. He's like, no, I want to marry Susan Wojcicki. Like, I love her. I love YouTube. This car's great. How about you react to some videos on YouTube? Oh, wait. Man, that's crazy, dude. That's... you can't. You can't do that. Yeah, that's right.
And they created a creator music library where you can license music on your videos, which is something that's always existed through third-party websites, think like Audio Jungle. But now you can do it directly through YouTube, which I think makes it more accessible to people who might not have known that's that entire ecosystem existed. So pretty much all good things. Arguably, the 45% split for YouTube is a little bit greedy, but it's already better than TikTok, so it's hard to complain, unfortunately. That's all, boys. Thanks.
I'm confused as to what your opinion of Ludwig is. Dude, I'm memeing. I love Ludwig. It's a joke. Everything I'm saying. That's how we know you'll never ever move to YouTube because your broadcast basically ceased to exist. I think a lot of people don't understand the concept of whitelisting, and every single thing I fucking react to in the first 4 to 5 hours of my stream is entirely within the legal boundaries of fair use. Therefore, the main content that people actually watch me for, other than like these moments where there's like actual drama or whatever, the main content that people come in every single day and watch me for is my news commentary. And the news commentary proportion of that is completely within the boundaries of fair use, which is precisely the reason why that would not be as horrible or bad as you claim it is. However, it would probably cut down my hours dramatically. What do you mean? What are your honest thoughts on this Misgive situation? I've delivered it for the past 2 fucking days. It's gross. It's fucked up. It's horrifying. What do you mean? Like what? Like a person was groped, dude, while they were fucking sleeping. You know? That's pretty bad. I don't know if you were on fucking mobile or not. Hey guys, controversial take, okay? Sexual assault, not good. You know what I'm saying?